Okay, so there is 12 different shades of this foundation, and it looks like it, if you can see, has a pretty good color range. I feel like it's more towards the lighter skin tones, so maybe they will come out with darker skin tone colors. But this says it's for skin types, sensitive, normal, dry, combination, and oily, which means for everything. It is a matte foundation. What it is, it's a 14-hour wear comfortable matte foundation for a flawless looking complexion, which is awesome because I'm going to be trying to wear this for as long as I can. And let's see, it says what it does. This transfer resistant oil controlling foundation creates a smooth canvas for comfort wear that is never cakey or mask like. So it lasts up for 14 hours. It's oil free formula, smells like peaches and sweet fig cream, smooths the look and feel of skin. So let's just test this out. So that is for the foundation, and let's see what the claims are for the primer. So that foundation is $36 and the primer is $30. So it's crazy because I've seen reviews and I have been saying that I've been wanting to get the whole line, which they have a primer, a foundation, a face powder, which is very mattifying, and then a mattifying spray. So that means I would be spending like $150, which I so won't do that. But if this foundation works, which I have very high hopes for, I'm pretty freaking excited to try it out, then I have a feeling that I might be picking it up. So the primer claims that it's a refreshing peach and sweet fig cream is infused in our long-lasting cooling matte primer. So it's a matte primer that blurs and smooths your complexion with a brightening peach tint that works on any skin tone. But here is the Too Faced primer. She gave me a buttload of it. So she squirted a lot in there. So that's gonna last me a long time. Okay, it has some, ooh, it actually has a smell of peach. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on my face and see if it blurs. Ooh, it's like a very jelly consistency. And I'm gonna see if this blurs my pores or not. It does smell really good. It doesn't have too much of a peach scent, in my opinion. You know what? I'm actually going to just wear this primer. I should have done this with the Rihanna primer. Wore it only on one side of my face, so I just technically, I'm going to put this back in here. Now, it's probably very unsanitary like, but that is a good size primer. So I'm going to wipe this off of this side of my face and see if there is any difference and if you don't use a primer or not. To see if it sinks into the pores, because I know some people don't wear primer. So this side is the side with the primer, and I like it. I like it a lot, actually. So what I'm going to do is on the side, my left side, I'm going to use a foundation brush. And my right side, I am going to use my Beauty Blender. Don't mind, it's a little dirty. I do love using this one from L'Oreal. Love this one, but I need to clean it. So like I said, I got the lightest shade, which is in Snow. Looking like it's going to be a pretty good color. And she did put a good amount in here. She filled that sucker full. Sometimes the ladies at Sephora don't fill it all the way full, which drives me a little crazy because I feel like you don't get too much. So first off, smells just like the primer. It is looking pretty kind of liquidy. I'm going to do, ooh, this is like, holy cow. It feels a little sticky, but it feels creamy at the same time. I don't think I've ever felt a foundation like this before. So I'm just going to put that on. If I have to do 2 layers, I will. I'm going to only do one side first. Well, put it on my face first that way, because I don't know how quick it sets and everything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this in with my foundation brush. This is my foundation brush. I apologize if I'm out of breath in my videos a lot. It's just because I'm pregnant, and that is one thing that I have been out of lately is energy, and I lose my breath a lot. So okay, so far this is blending out really well. It does seem a little bit thick in my opinion, just with the brush. Okay, so can y'all see that? How amazing that coverage is? Now I'm going to go in on this side and use my Beauty Blender. Okay, I really do like the smell of this. I don't think the Rihanna foundation was supposed to have a scent, but to me it had a very heavy scent to it, in which I really did not like too much. Alright, I'm going to look up close real quick. Okay, so the thing that I'm noticing is that this side, my pores, is definitely not as visible as this side that I didn't apply the primer. So the primer actually works really well. I feel like the foundation brush side, I definitely did get a lot more coverage. So what I'm going to do is test out just one more layer of this to see if I can get a little bit more coverage. Y'all, this stuff seriously just smells so amazing. I know I already said that. But I do have a blurring primer that is actually a lot cheaper than $30. It is probably one of the most expensive drugstore primers, but it's absolutely amazing. This one right here, the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base Primer, and this is seriously just so amazing. As you can see, I already dug like so much into it. A little of it goes a long way. So 2 layers with the Beauty Blender definitely made it more fuller coverage. I am going to go with concealer and conceal my under eye circles. Okay, so this is what the side of my face looks like with from the brush. As you can see, it did sink into my pores a little bit, but not too much. The only problem I'm seeing is my chin. I always have issues with my chin looking a little cakey and stuff, but you can see where I use the primer here and then not here. This is what the Beauty Blender side looks like, and I just love the way it looks. It looks a little textured up here, but nothing too crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I am done applying my makeup, my bronzer, everything like that. I'm just going to say this before I show you. It's just so crazy. I don't know what it is between the Rihanna foundation and this foundation. When I applied my concealer, which I use the Born This Way concealer by Too Faced, I've never had an issue with this because it's kind of like a lightweight concealer, nothing too heavy like the Tarte Shape Tape. And it's just so weird. I apply the concealer, which I always apply my foundation, then concealer, and then I blend it in, and this never happens to me. But with these 2 foundations, I have noticed that it takes away the foundation in all of the areas that I put the concealer, which is just so weird. So I don't know if it's just this concealer not working well with these foundations. So I'm going to try out these foundations again without that concealer and do a different one and see if it does it, or if my skin is just being really fucking weird. So right now it is 12:10, which I would say I've had this foundation on for about an hour just because I've been getting up and doing things here and there. So we'll say check-in time is 11 o'clock. I'm going to be doing a lot today. Matt and I moved our bedroom downstairs. We're like renovating the house, all that. Check out my vlogs if you want to see everything that's been going on in my life. But I'm going to be doing that, moving things from upstairs to downstairs. Then I have a dinner to go to at 5 o'clock. And I'm going to just wear this as long as I can, like I said, and I'll come back and let you know. Also, I didn't say this, but I did not bake my face. I usually bake my face because I do get oily in the T-zone. So I just set my face, and I just set it with a powder, which I've been using the Stay Matte powder, which I haven't used this in a while. But I just set my face with it a little bit, like not too much since it is a mattifying foundation. And yeah, we will kind of see how this goes. I will update you guys in a few hours. Okay, so I am in a new place. It is 4:30, so this has been on my face for about 5 hours. This is how it's looking. Let me go walk in natural lighting so y'all can see better. So my forehead is looking a tidbit shiny but not oily. I think it's looking actually really good. I think the glow after wearing it for a few hours, after having it so matte, I'm actually liking it a lot. Everywhere else is doing really well. Besides where I'm wearing my glasses, it's definitely not glasses approved. Maybe if I set with more powder right there. But yeah, I think it looks amazing still, and it's been 5 hours, so I'm curious how it's going to look at the end of the night. I feel like I said, the longer I wear it, the more that I like it. So I'm sitting here in my towel because I almost forgot to record an ending to this video on an update on how it's looking. So this is the front of my camera, and you can already tell how amazing my bronzer and my highlight stayed on. This area right here beneath my nose has come off because I've blown my nose. I'm actually very surprised. Foundation never stays on my chin too much, and I didn't have much rubbing off on there. I am just in shock because I am not oily. My forehead is not oily. And this lighting made my face look very yellow when I turned the camera around, but I can promise you this foundation matches me very well, and I didn't even add a foundation like lightener to it. So my overall opinion of this foundation is that it is by far my favorite foundation. Besides how it took off, the concealer took off some of the foundation, I'm going to try something different. But if you're oily, this foundation is going to be amazing for you. It's going to keep you matte. It doesn't feel heavy. It's amazing. It looks beautiful. If you are dry, I think it would still look good on you because I do have dryness in this area in a few spots on my face, and it did not cling to any of those whatsoever. Hey everyone, so I'm actually testing out this foundation again the next day, and I did not use the e.l.f. facial oil like I showed that I used in my, well, I didn't actually even post. I recorded a video with the Rihanna foundation, and I said that that was one of the worst foundations I've ever used because it just took away foundation in certain areas, just like this Too Faced one did. So what I did was I did not use the oil today, and it's definitely the oil that did it. So I'm going to show you real quick what my face looks like. It is 8:49, and I've been wearing this foundation since 8:30 this morning. So I've had this foundation on for 11 hours, and it still looks amazing. It's worn off on a few areas, but I just seriously have to show you how amazing it still looks. My battery is about to die on my phone, so I'm hoping this lighting is okay to show you. But it has only worn off on my chin area, on my nose. Everywhere else, my contour, clearly my highlighter still looks amazing, and my forehead looks great. And that's where I usually get the oiliest, and I usually get creasing in between here. No creasing. So seriously, this foundation is amazing, just like I was saying. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that thumbs up button if you did. Subscribe if you want to see more, and comment down below if you have any requests. So I will see y'all in the next video. Toodaloo.